Hey, RPGamer, this is Scott, and we're doing something a little different. Because there's a new Deus Ex game coming up, and when you start talking Deus Ex, of course you reinstall this. The glory of 1998. And we're going to do something a little bit different for it. We are going to do a live commentary. I'm going to talk about stuff. Hopefully it's informative, or insightful, or entertaining, or something. But I am going to play through the entirety of the first city of the original Deus Ex. I'm going to talk about it while I do, and I'm going to break this up into some bite-sized chunks and release it over a few days or weeks or however long bite-sized chunks take to release. And we will see how that goes. But I don't want to oversell the intro and just sort of get right into it and comment on what I have to say about it with a new game. And I'm a total scrub, and I'm going to be talking and chewing gum and juggling at the same time, so we're playing on easy. And this is what it hits us with, is that you get to pick your name. My name is Sweater Vest. Yes, and we can choose our appearance. You know what, I think that looks like a sweater to me. And this is what we're confronted with first, is just the level up screen. And we see we have a number of skills. We're trained in exactly one of them, but we can always add more. We have a pool of XP over here to do that with, so let's get good at computers and electronics. And you'll notice that skills are not created equal. Like, yes, swimming is fairly useless in the game, I'll tell you that much, but it's also cheap, very cheap compared to, say, even getting mildly good with low-tech weapons. Like, swords are more valuable than swimming in this game, is what we are already being taught by this screen. And it's got some helpful tool tips, but I think we're just gonna dive in from here, because I've spent my points. We're playing an infiltrator type, I hope. So you'll see that I am trained in computers, electronics, lockpicking, and pistols, because it gives you pistols first, and that's fine, because I'm not going to be playing too deep into the game, and I won't need rocket launchers or any such thing, we hope. We'll see how this build shakes out for us. And what's this? Who's that guy? Who's that girl? Why is their floor obscenely reflective?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Who?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
And this is how games should start. Just cryptic as hell. Drop you in the middle of things that will not make sense for hours at a time.
Pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
They were probably shooting for Blade Runner with that shot, but I mean, the resolution's just not there. Everything's cranked to the max for this, by the way. This is the glory of 1998 in video games. Cutting edge material right here.
I hope you're not underestimating
People upgraded rigs for this
may not
thing.
go as quietly as you think.
And
intelligence indicates
here we have
the problems in Paris.
The game promising us that we'll go to Paris, I guess.
Running the world. But the world left them behind long ago.
Ooh, what happened to the Statue of Liberty? They're not going to tell us.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Who's Savage? Who are these guys?
Far in advance of theirs.
This is it. It just throws a lot of images at you, and all of these images are promises. Every single one of these places you will go to, you will see, and you will understand.
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance
apparently,
of the primary
we're disappointing.
The secondary unit should be online
wait.
soon.
No, we're fine. Whoever our previous guys. They're talking about the player character and his brother
continue
here.
to report on its progress. Necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure
that's
much,
rough, buddy.
you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon, that city will be a reality.
And of course, you can't have a pretentious
kings. Gods.
You can't have a pretentious villain who, without quoting Aquinas, and missing the point entirely. Because, I mean, Aquinas would not have said that anyone is a god, except for, you know, that one guy. And now we're on a dock, without context, and I have a trash can. Oh god, I forgot the Foley on this. This is what trash can noises sound like, right?
Heads up, JC. Your brother Paul is on his way to meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from HQ.
Okay, again, this is... That's just out of nowhere.
Welcome aboard, Agent.
This guy appreciates me.
Paul, I thought you were in Hong Kong. Welcome to the Coalition, JC. I might as well start using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think
maybe?
you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation. All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better
I
issue
feel
some
bad
hardware.
for the voice
Remember that we're
actors,
police.
or the voice
Stick with
actor who
prod.
played these
It'll
two
stun your opponents
characters.
or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown
I
is
mean,
always
they
the
were
most silent way
instructed to
eliminate
play it
resistance.
as blank a
Just
slate
in
as
case,
possible
though, Manderly
for the
wants you to pick an
benefit
additional
of the
weapon.
player,
A sniper
and,
rifle,
you know,
a
for
jet gun, or a mini
years.
crossbow.
Oh, we are now confronted with a choice. What do we choose? Let's take crossbow, because,
Crossbow.
again,
Sometimes you've got to make a silent
let's see how quiet we can
Good
play
thinking.
this.
With these tranquilizer darts, you'll have another non-lethal way to take down an enemy in addition to the prod. I get the idea. What's the first move? I'm going to give you a map of the island. If
Yay,
you can get to the
maps.
North Dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue. I'll see how it looks on shore. Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue. But don't forget about Agent Harriman. We think he's being held on the ground floor. What are my orders when I reach the command center? Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault.
Okay, so he just gave us a bunch of goals, but no real exposition. And that'll change with other conversations. But for now, I has a crowbar. And these boxes aren't gonna mash themselves. Lockpicks. Binoculars.
What's your take on the situation,
Oh.
Corporal?
The bots have them bottled up, sir. We'd go right in if it weren't for the whole back order.
How'd they get one of our agents?
Gunter went rogue on us. When the order came, he wouldn't pull back. Now you
That's
get to
not
bail
going to
him out.
become a recurring habit for him at all. No siree. And speaking of swimming being fairly useless, that's probably a little facetious of me. We can swim here.
They come
and
this way,
there's-
I got him, sir.
There's usually a back door hidden by the water. And again, swimming's cheap, the first level of it, so you never know if we decide that's actually worth it. Oh, someone else is
NSF
talking to
everywhere,
us.
JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bum. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper.
And I'm guessing that that's there just in case we somehow manage to completely forget talking to Paul. I don't know. Like, that... You could have
If
made
you want
the
to make
first
a covert
conversation
approach, Remember
mandatory.
the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
So, that's it. Just a quick reminder on stealth, because I don't think that was in the tutorial they make you do on a fresh install of the game. But we're just gonna keep to the darkness, my oldest of friends. And maybe just equip that. Just in case. Because... Ooh, that sounds loud. Okay. Oh, some more friendly mans.
Welcome aboard, Agent.
We have been welcomed aboard. What does that even mean? I have not sure. But, in the meantime, there's a box. Nothing makes you feel like a powerhouse. Quite like breaking a box in 2 swings, right? Now we can pick the lock to that.
Everything was clear an hour ago. Then...
Here we are. So there's some bad dudes in immediate proximity of some good dudes, which is different. And I'm gonna try to remember where the devil the back door to the statue is, because there is one, because Paul wouldn't mention it without there being a reason. And let's see. Okay, so stealth in this is pretty primitive. Oh god.
Be careful. The NSF has set up patchwork security systems here.
Yeah, so again, just a lot of being shouted at by voices on the radio with helpful tips. I'm sure you're doing the exact same thing in the
put a
comments.
commercial-grade security bot in this area. You can either avoid its patrol route, or, if you're feeling lucky, try and take it out with the EMP grenades or explosives. I wouldn't recommend taking it on with small arms.
So, use a robot. And... there is a robot. Oh dear. Okay, definitely a back door though. And if I can remember how this all works, we can do that. We can get in that way. Or we'll just wander around in circles and I'll try to be entertaining. Or if not entertaining, you can revel in the glory that is that skybox. So the trivia I think everyone knows is that the artist forgot to draw the World Trade Center in, so they hand-waved it by having a text log explain that terrorists had hit that too, which was, I'm not going to say weird in hindsight, but weird in hindsight considering what would happen 3 years later. But here's this guy, and I'm going to see if we can sneak up on him and poke him with our shocky stick, just for the sake of showing off that animation, because consistently hilarious, is she not? I think he does that for a good while before he falls over.
Fascism.
Oh, jeez. Where is he now? Ah! Okay. So we're doing great. I'd forgotten that the death animation took that long. Okay. We have no saves. Alright. So we have to start a new game. You know what? I'm gonna cut the recording here and we're gonna come back when I'm at the same spot with something new to say. And we're back to where I was-ish. Kind of. And the fun thing I learned is that if you die and start from scratch, you get to keep everything. So I have double the tranq rounds. That's fun. And you'll notice that I'm about to shoot this man. Maybe. And I've shot him. See, the problem with tranq rounds is they take forever. Like, this guy's gonna run around and... Oh, see, now this guy's gonna be like, who the hell are you? Cause he ran away. Take your tranquilizers like a good boy. I don't know. trying to remember what buttons do. It's been a while since I've played this. I should have maybe done a full dry run of the area first. Oh well. Fortune favors the bold, or so they say. But hey, I think we're on the north end, which means we can talk to a homeless guy.
It all happened an hour ago. The barge docked and the NSF moved right on in, offloading the cargo into speedboats. Our undercover man, Harley Philbin, should be somewhere out on the docks now.
So there's a guy over there.
I think we... That's him. He's a cop.
Who did that? You're mean.
This guy wasn't just a grunt. What's going on?
This may happen a lot more than I thought. Let's do the pause thing and start again. And hey, we've made it back to the docks. And let's see if I don't get
the barge docked and
messed
the
up
NSF
by
moved
that
right
guy
on in,
again.
offloading the cargo into speedboats. Our undercover man, Harley Philbin, should be somewhere out on the docks now.
Let's see if I can swing this without totally dying. Lurking in the shadows. And creepy, and stun. Why did it only work? That's weird. Normally it takes 2. Maybe it depends on if I'm actually catching them from behind or not. But here's another guy. And see? Alright, so I've successfully burned out that resource. Maybe this will be my resource friend. Maybe this box will help me. 30-06. Okay. Oh, rockets. Wow. Oh, this is going to end well for me. Alright, let's talk to a homeless man.
About time you Iron and copper. The statue. Password's enough, pal. Don't think you know something about the lady I don't. I heard that you can get me in. Depends. You get your man out, take back the statue, whatever. But here's a picture so you... You can trust me.
Yeah, I'm trustworthy.
Take your word.
Totally.
Here's the key to the front entrance. Commander's not much of a soldier. He'll surrender as soon as he sees you. Thanks.
And what's in here? A drifter woman and a fire extinguisher. Okay. Truly, this is the greatest thing we could use. Oh well, I got crowbar. You won't betray me, right? Oof. Okay. How's it going, buddy? Oh, pretty bad. Okay. Here we are. Moving to the south in the dark. In the dark. But at least I think the thing I'm noticing, or I'm reminded of all of a sudden, is just how huge this level is. Because this is monstrously large, even for the day. I'm gonna say this just feels a lot much bigger than any environment you'd normally get in a shooter. I mean, the fact that we're outside at all is kind of novel. I have no idea how to switch weapons anymore. This is how long it has been since I have played this game. I have a vague notion of it, but apparently the key is to throw your charger prod away and then pick it back up again. That's what I got. But let's see if there's a way up this way, because I'm pretty sure it involved crates in the dark. Dark crates. Crate Darkmanson. That's rat. Those are some goons. This looks promising. Aha! I have a flashlight, which is kind of a dicey thing to use, but I'm getting impatient. So let's just fire it up. And hopefully everyone is far enough away that it doesn't really matter. Oop. Okay, now I can recall. Climb this thing, because climbing is great. I think I can actually see more clearly through the box because of that weird animation thing. Life hack. If you want to be in the dark without benefit of flashlight, stare at a box. Okay, so we're here. And those guys are there. And those guys are jerks, because they want me to not be a successful cop spiesman. Your job title's a little sketchy. You are ostensibly a counterterrorism police officer, but you're a very well-trained elite commando type. You know, except for the part where it takes me like 2 minutes to line up a clean shot with a pistol. But that's another story. And actually, speaking of other stories, that's probably getting to the point where I should settle down and try to pause this and then release this in a second chunk. And who knows, maybe stay tuned for part 2, wherein I might get inside this building. Let's see how that shakes out.